The 2008 financial crisis, when greed shook the world, and it began with a dream, the dream of owning a home. For decades, America told its people that a house was more than shelter. It was success, safety, and belonging. Banks were happy to help make that dream real. But beneath the smiling mortgage ads and booming suburbs, something was quietly breaking. By the early 2000s, Wall Street had found a new way to turn homes into profit. Banks no longer cared if borrowers could pay. They cared only that loans could be sold. Mortgages were bundled into complex financial products, mortgage-backed securities, and traded like gold. The more loans, the more profit. Soon bankers began approving mortgages for anyone. No income, no assets, no problem. They called them subprime loans. Millions of families bought homes they couldn't afford, and Wall Street's hunger for profit only grew. The financial system became a casino, and the dice were made of debt. Investors around the world poured money into what they thought were safe assets, unaware that beneath the shiny packaging were bad loans waiting to explode. Rating agencies, the supposed gatekeepers, stamped risky products as AA, the highest grade. Greed had blinded everyone. By 2006, the housing market was burning white-hot. Prices soared, construction boomed, and Americans borrowed against homes they hadn't even finished paying for. But bubbles don't expand forever. When interest rates rose and homeowners started defaulting, the illusion cracked. One by one, the financial towers began to shake. Banks realized that the assets they'd been trading were worthless. Credit froze, confidence vanished. The invisible threads of global finance snapped. In September 2008, Lehman Brothers, one of Wall Street's oldest and most powerful firms, collapsed, the largest bankruptcy in U.S. history. Within hours, panic spread across continents. Stock markets crashed. Fortune 500 giants begged for rescue. Ordinary people lost savings, jobs, and homes. Families watched everything they'd built crumble overnight. Foreclosure signs covered neighborhoods. Retirements vanished. Small businesses collapsed. In just months, over $10 trillion in global wealth disappeared. Governments raced to stop the bleeding. The U.S. Federal Reserve and Treasury launched emergency bailouts, pouring hundreds of billions into failing banks. Too big to fail became the justification for saving those who had caused the disaster. The public was furious. While executives walked away with bonuses, millions lost everything. Anger turned into protest. Occupy Wall Street erupted, a movement born from the streets of New York to cities across the globe. The world demanded accountability, but few ever faced justice. In the aftermath, economists and leaders promised reform. New rules were written, the Dodd-Frank Act, tighter oversight, stricter lending standards. But beneath the surface, many wondered, had anything really changed? The crisis reshaped more than economies, it reshaped trust. People stopped believing in the system. The middle class shrank, populism rose, inequality widened, and in the vacuum left by broken faith in banks and governments, something unexpected was born: Bitcoin. A digital rebellion against the same institutions that had failed millions. The 2008 collapse wasn't just a financial story. It was a human one. It revealed how fragile capitalism truly is, how quickly prosperity can turn to panic when built on greed and illusion. The same ambition that once built skyscrapers brought them down. And yet out of the rubble, a new generation rose, skeptical, connected, and determined to question everything. They saw how a handful of decisions made in glass towers could destroy lives half a world away. The Great Recession left scars, but also lessons. That unchecked power always repeats itself. That markets aren't moral, people are. And that trust, once broken, takes far longer to rebuild than any economy. Well, in the end, the 2008 crisis was not just about money lost, it was about truth revealed. A world built on borrowed dreams finally woke up.